Okay, headed up to Carver's Gap here on Roan Mt State Park. Some beautiful fall colors in a beautiful sunny afternoon. Okay, it's 8 miles up to the top of the Roan Mountain and Carver's Gap, so head up there and check out the views. Cherokee National Forest. So up here in the higher elevations, all the leaves are already off the trees, so it's the 24th of October, so that tells you to get the leaves up here, you gotta get first part of October instead of the last. We made it to Carver's Gap, but I don't know if there's any parking. We'll just have to see. And it was 56 degrees down at the bottom of the mountain, and it's 44 now, so we'll go back here and see if there's a parking spot. Elevation 5,512 feet. Okay, here's the AT, and we're at Carver's Gap. So let's head, we're gonna head southbound, so it's across the road here. Let's see if we can get Roan High Knob, Hughes Gap, Iron Mountain Gap. Here's the first white blaze. Southbound. This beautiful pine or spruce, not pine, spruce forest. There he is. Headed up the hill. Some switchbacks here, but I think it climbs about 1,000 feet here. So we'll see if we can make it to the top. Okay, got the first mile in 28 minutes going uphill. Getting closer to the top. Maybe we'll have some views up here, so we'll see. Pretty good path here. Now, okay, here off to the side trails is the Roan Mt shelter's a 1/10 of a mile up here, but it's closed, so let's just go see what it looks like. Trail's a little rougher here. I think it's still closed from Hurricane Helene a year ago. Okay. Looks like this is an old log shelter. That's seen better days. And looks like they bolted it together. A nice little place here. Fire pit. Some tent sites up here. And this is the top. Oh, looks like there was an old fire tower here. That's interesting. Yep, that would be the base of an old fire tower. Okay, head back to the trail. Spruce fir forest. Okay, let's head back to the trail. Open area here. There's a camp spot there. See if there's any view out here. Well, there's a chimney on top of the mountain. In the middle of nowhere. Must have had a cabin here sometime. And so here we got a little better view. All the way to the valley. It's beautiful. Looks like the Hurricane Helene did some damage here. Now, came from up there, going downhill here, switchbacks and steep, rocky trail. So just met there's 4 guys up on top of the hill there that they was doing a little section hike. Looked like they had a couple days packs and doing 20 miles something. So it was gonna head out tomorrow to 19E, I think he said. So just a lot of fir and spruce forest in here, and it's thick. The views are very limited. I've got a few views, but and checked about a 6,000 foot elevation. Got a few squirrels up here, but other than that, it's very quiet. It was interesting to see how trees just grow right on top of the rock. There's just nothing there, but they're hanging on. This one over here is here. Let me look. Not much. Okay, I'm gonna head back. Okay, we're here. First, there's a marker north and south on the Appalachian Trail, but this is the Cloudland Hotel site, elevation 6150. But interesting, this Cloudland Hotel, there was a huge 3-story structure built on top of the mountain in 1885. Union General John T. Wilder is the one that built the enormous structure here. And interesting, he said it was a haven for flatlanders. I guess I'm a flatlander since I'm from West Tennessee, but flatlanders for health reasons. You could come up here. Of course, you could see this is right on the North Carolina, Tennessee state line. But 166 room hotel. It says the air is full of electricity, which is health-giving influence. There are no snakes, no mosquitoes, and none of the little pests that crawl at night. But there's actually a road coming up here. Water fountain doesn't work. Here's a marker. You can't really read it, but the luxurious Cloudland Hotel. Escape the city for the summer. Pleasure seekers and sufferers of hay fever. The thin air was supposed to be good for hay fever. And it was straddled the state line, and a white stripe was painted in the floor. And one side of North Carolina and one side of Tennessee. In Tennessee, you could drink whiskey. In North Carolina, you couldn't. So, depending which side of the room we're in, you could drink, and the other side you couldn't. So, there you go. But it does have some good views just over the top of the trees. I imagine with it being cleared off, it only lasted about 20 years, 25 years, the winds and the rains and the snows, and fell down, demolished, and disappeared. It's interesting. A seat and eat my snacks. Okay. some Gatorade and cheese crackers and a Slim Jim. So I will eat that and then head on back down. Okay, had a snack. I was reading on about the Cloudland Hotel here, and it says an ad for it. The top of Roan Mountain, it says 63 and 91 feet above sea level, a most extended prospect of 50,000 square miles in 7 states. See 100 mountains over 4,000 feet high in sight. Cloudland Hotel is a comfortable building furnished in a plain, substantial manner. Fare first class, terms reasonable. Guess how much? $2 per day, $10 per week, $30 for a month. This is how to get there. Comfortable covered stages leave Johnson City on the east, the ET Virginia and Georgia Railroad every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, reaching Cloudland 32 miles distance same day. And you can also come from Marion, let's see, North Carolina. So 32-mile trip by covered wagon. That would have been interesting. That's where it's at. So I'm gonna keep going. So I guess in the summertime the road is open. It's closed today in end of October. Bathrooms, solar panels, and the Rhododendron Festival Junior Rhododendron Pageant. Here's the Cloudland Hotel history. So here has some views out over the valleys. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day. A little bit hazy, but it's on the other side over here. We can see into North Carolina. So point 2 to the Rhododendron Gardens, and Roan High Bluff is 1.2. I don't know if I'll make it that far. They did 23, 24. They did a lot of renovation. There used to be a little dirt road coming up here, and they fixed it all up. So let's see if we can make it up there. Get some views. Always get some views. Okay, little side trail here. Looks like it might have some views. Oh boy, look at this. Oh man. Look at that view. Wow. That would be a dream farm right there. It's tucked in the valley. Tall mountains all the way around. Well, this looks like Hurricane Helene damage. Just total destruction through here. And you can see way over there's the Roan Highlands, the balls over that way. Cloudland, Roan High Bluff, this way. Okay. Still getting down into the green tunnel here. Okay, I need to come do a little trail maintenance here. Looks like we'll get over it somewhere. Oh, down there it is. And it's a nice trail. No rocks, barely, just a few. Okay, we're up here at the bluffs, Highland Bluffs. Roan High Bluff atop one of the rarest communities in the southern Appalachians. Cliffs below you support one of the finest examples of a high elevation rock outcrop community. Particularly special place because of its size, integrity, and number of rare plants and animals. This community occurs only above 4,000 feet in areas of bare rock in the southern Appalachians. Let's take a look. It goes to the, looks out to the east. Oh wow. East and south. Oh, there's a hawk soaring. So, here's the rock outcroppings. It's about straight down. And you can see how the higher elevations, all the leaves are fell off, and you get down into the lower elevations. In there is still lots of good color, but some of them are lots of nice color down there. We got two hawks. Red tails. These red tail hawks are loving that wind. Okay, one more look. This is just a beautiful view. Check that out. Look at that. All the way around. And, okay, time to head back. Got 3.5 miles, 4 miles, something like that. So we'll check in later. There's the restrooms and parking lot for the rhododendron garden. So, see here they have a little bit of the Helene recovery on Roan. Harvesting the timber. Roan Mountain shows just under 50 degrees, but the view from, I'm gonna head down this road, catch the main road back down. So lots of good views. And that's timber damage from Helene. So that's the way to, it's the Cloudland parking lot, and down here's Carver's Gap. All the way down, we'll follow the road down through there. It's just flattened. I'm headed down the road instead of the Appalachian Trail just to finish up. Since it's getting a little late, but this is an easy walk here. So, because this is in the Pisgah National Forest, so this is the national forest. That's why it's closed for the shutdown. Okay, I made it back to the road, down to my truck, and it is cold. It's supposed to be 38 degrees. So let's see, we had 7.66 miles, 3.5 hours. So not a bad hike. Beautiful area for hiking. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I will catch y'all later. See you next time.